A question that I get asked a lot is, are the ideas, the techniques behind the Norden method, are they still valid in today's markets? And I find that I can understand where retail traders are coming from, and there's this view that, oh, as markets change, will they still be effective? And I want to explain how the techniques behind the Norden method are fundamental techniques for intraday trading, particularly trading in a market-making style. I learned them first over 30 years ago. I've applied them consistently since. And I want to give an example how even outside of the Norden method, these techniques, understanding how to trade with the order book is beneficial. And this comes from a completely different scenario. So this is to do with my investment portfolio. And last week, one of the shares that I'd only quite recently bought, and it was more on the risky scale of things, this company came out with some bad news. Now, I don't monitor my share portfolio constantly, but mid-morning I had a look and just noticed that this bad news had come out. It wasn't planned, and the stock was down sharply. It had opened the day about $11.10, and when I looked at it, it was trading at $10.40, so a significant fall. I looked at the news, and I always thought this was potentially one of the more risky investments in my portfolio. Wasn't a big investment for me at that point, and I decided I want to get out. I got no problem with taking losses, and decided, no, I don't like this anymore, and I was going to get out. Now, this is where it becomes interesting, because it was trading at about $10.40. There was a bid-offer spread that was quite wide, $10.40, $10.55. Now, this is where the techniques and my skills come into play, because in this environment, a volatile, sort of fast-moving environment, this is where most retail traders struggle. The Norden method as a futures trading is designed to pick off these sorts of mistakes. But here we are in a more in a share market situation where there's a wide spread, there are gaps everywhere in the order book, and clearly this is an opportunity where people are going to make mistakes. Traders, in this case investors, will be using market orders to get out and get in, buy at market, sell at market, because it's so volatile. Brokers sometimes a little bit lazy, don't want to work the best because they could miss it, and this stock is moving significantly. So already we have a bid offer spread, $10.40, $10.55 spread. I look at the order book and I decide that the right place to place an order was at $10.94. Okay, there's a number of reasons behind that about where the orders are, where the gaps are, and so forth. But I'm using my skills, and I think I've got a chance of getting out there. What happened, and we'll show you, this is an intraday chart on a 5-minute basis. You can see the steep fall, and then there's these three bars going up with quite smallish volume, and the top of that one is $10.94, and that's me getting out. You'll then see that the stock goes back down. Now, as of when I'm recording this morning, this stock is now trading down at about $10, so it's fallen significantly from then again. And I sold the top of that move. Now, again, that's using these skills that I've learned in a different environment. But in this case, probably saved me at least 3-4% on this particular investment. And again, if I do this, which I do every time I buy and sell shares for my investment portfolio, I'm also employing the techniques of the Norden method, making sure I get in at good prices, get out at good prices. And even then, if I'm marginally making small gains every time, they add up over the years. So asking about whether these sort of fundamental trading techniques are still valid, it's a bit like questioning, is Jack Nicklaus's, golf swing still valid in the modern world of golf? Yes, the tools we use in golf are different now, the balls and the clubs, but the principles behind the golf swing remain the same. And that's the same in trading. There are certain principles that are fundamental to being a good trader. Most retail traders never learn them. I had to, because I was competing against other pros and hedge funds. So I had to learn these skills. And that's why they remain valid. And that's why I continue to use them, even in an investment scenario.